Hello, welcome and good afternoon. It's a very cold and frosty day today, so I'm staying indoors. And we're going to try and bake a chocolate SacherTorte, which is chocolate and almond cake. So first of all, get yourself a nice bowl of warm soapy water, preheat the oven to 180 degrees, and then grease a 9-inch or 23cm one of these baking tins. There are my ingredients. You need to separate the eggs, so there are the yellows, there's the sugar, there's the tin, there's the unsalted butter, and there are the egg whites, and we're going to melt down the chocolate pieces in a jug in a saucepan of hot boiling water. The ingredients will be at the end of this little blog. Basically plain dark chocolate, ground almonds, plain flour, caster sugar, 5 eggs separated, vanilla essence, and I think that's it. Oh, unsalted butter. First things first, we need to melt the chocolate, which I'm doing in a jar inside a saucepan of boiling water, and once that has melted, take it off the heat and allow it to cool, but not too much so that it starts getting hard again, because we need to fold it into the butter and cream and flour mix. So while that's doing, I'm going to have a cup of tea. So while the chocolate is cooling down, I've beaten up the unsalted butter and the caster sugar together to make a nice creamy yellow mix. And then I'm going to mix in the chocolate, the almonds, the flour. Once you've added the egg yolks, the flour, the ground almonds and the almond extract to the mix, you should end up with a sort of thick pasty mix like that. Put it down and then whisk up the egg whites nice and stiff. There's your test that they don't fall out. We're going to mix in about 1/3 of this and then beat it up quite vigorously. Once you've done that, then fold the rest of the mix in. This is me being vigorous. Just imagine it's someone you don't like. I'm sure there's plenty that we can name. Once you've folded all the remaining egg whites in, you should end up with a lovely, almost coffee coloured, creamy paste, which we're now going to pour into the baking cake pan and then pop in the oven. There we are, pour the mix into the pan and smooth it out so that it covers the whole thing. Open your oven, be careful because it should be hot, 180 degrees. Pop it in there for about 45 to 50 minutes at 180 degrees. There's the cake, nicely baked and out of the oven, and I'm going to leave it to cool on the rack. I'm going to cover it in cling film overnight and then I'm going to ice it tomorrow. So today we cover the cake. First of all, we need to heat 6 tablespoons, this sort of size, in a little saucepan. It says apricot jam, but I didn't have any, so I'm using some seedless raspberry jam. I think raspberry goes quite nice with the chocolate as well. So warm that up, and then when it's a nice runny consistency, we're going to brush it all over the cake on the top and the sides while it's warm and the cake is cold, and then just leave it to set. There we are. Just brush it all the way round. It's got quite a nice smell when it's hot and bubbling away. There's quite a lot left, so I don't know whether I was supposed to slice the cake in half, it didn't say. That's the cake glazed with the warm raspberry jam. If you're going to do this, I suggest you buy yourself one of these little silicone brushes because it's perfect for hot liquids and stuff. While the jam is setting on the cold cake, we're going to heat up 200 ml of double cream in a saucepan until it's bubbling, and then break up 140 grams of dark chocolate into small pieces and pop them into the boiling cream until they've melted. Then stir, or with a little silicone whisk, until it's all blended. That's the sort of consistency you want to see once the chocolate pieces have melted into the cream, and just keep whisking it around. I'm going to leave it to cool down for about 5 to 10 minutes, but no longer. That's the cake coated with the chocolatey icing, which I actually left to cool for about an hour because otherwise it was too hot. Just pour it on in the middle of the cake and let it just slowly fall away from the centre and then down the sides. There's a little bit of mess to make. And here we are, the cake all finished with a nice little S with diamantes and a little heart. Okay, the little S was done with 25 grams of white chocolate melted in a little glass bowl in hot water and then piped through. I'm not very good at piping, but practice makes perfect. Hope you've enjoyed watching and see you again soon. Bye. And here are the ingredients for you. Enjoy and good luck.